Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard this live launch with Hunky Dory TV. The crafting captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign and we are now cleared for takeoff. In preparation for launch, please ensure all of your troubles and worries are properly stowed. You won't be needing those today. Our flight time will be a craft-filled 60 minutes or more, and the Hunky Dory crew are now ready for departure. At this time, we ask you to sit back, relax, and enjoy our video presentation. Live launch takeoff in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have live launch liftoff.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. The weekend is nearly here, which is very bizarre when I've just got back to work. The weekend is nearly here, so we are getting there. Really lovely to be back in. Getting in the swing of things. We've had some incredible launches whilst I've been gone.
So many.
Club Gift being one. Those mice are super adorable, and I was reading the comments before the show. You guys are getting them already, which is great. Let's say hello to the team today. My name is Rebecca Monks, and I'm going to be your hostess for this fine show. Over in our technical station, we've got Gemma. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. And in our demonstration station, we have the one and only Natalie Musprat, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm feeling a bit better today as well, so I'm ready to go.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Ready to go.
I heard you'd been a bit under the weather.
Yeah, a little bit of hay fever.
Oh, no.
It's fine, though. It's
brilliant.
fine.
You dressed very appropriately for our show today.
I really picked this out on purpose.
Oh, my goodness.
Purple, flowers, I'm there.
Very sweet. I love it. Absolutely. Yes. Today is our Forever Florals Lavender Collection today. It's something we've been really excited to show you. Everyone in the office has been absolutely loving it, and we will get straight in and show you that. But before we do, let's run you through our Win It Weekly. Okay, so this week's Win It Weekly prize is our fabulous Dots to Diamond paper craft pad with the matching diamond sparkles. Now this has launched fairly recently. We have got 4 winners of this incredible bundle. So you get 48 sheets in your little pad, perfect for colouring in, adding your gems, leaving monochromatic, so many different things. And you can see all the occasions we've got there. We've got the champagne bottle, the birthday cake, the engagement rings, the little baby bear there for you. You're just going to have such fun if you win this. And your matching gemstones, which you can use with your pad and embellish the rest of your projects. There's plenty in there. Really fabulous mix of our glitter ombre and our midnight shimmers there. So £25.98, 4 winners this week. I haven't had a look at the question this week.
It's a good question.
Which animal is famously associated with the Queen? Is it A, swans, B, lions, or C, corgis?
Good question.
Corgis are cute, aren't they? But let us know, A, B or C. We are drawing that tomorrow, so get your answers in, like and share, and we will be announcing those winners tomorrow on our Thankcraft It's Friday show. Okie dokie, right. Let's get into it. So, where are we? Okay, so our Lavender Collection, we're going to show a little VT and then we'll show you all the products in closer detail. Okay, so wasn't that beautiful? That just gives you a sneak peek of what's coming up in the show. So this is our, I don't know, how many launches have we had for Forever Florals now?
Quite a few, because we've had some Christmas ones.
Yeah,
we've
have.
At least 2 winter ones.
Yeah, summer.
But I definitely feel this is the most gorgeous collection because you've got those rustic tones back in there.
Absolutely.
That we've sort of left out from the last couple that we've done. So it's just a really gorgeous sort of rustic collection.
Definitely.
And it suits it so well.
Yeah, it really does.
Gorgeous.
We've really gone back to the sort of signature style of Forever Florals. You'll see that as you go through this collection. But I think the lavender is just the perfect one. Perfect for spring and summer crafting. Let's take you through the luxury topper collection first of all. So you get your inspiration sheet here full of fabulous examples that the team have whipped up. As you can see, we've got the little Matastic logo on there. It's all Matastic, which again is our signature finish for the Forever Florals. And you get a couple more ideas and bits and pieces in here. A lot of people like to file these away. They're so handy to keep for the layouts.
I think so.
Yeah, they're really good, aren't they? And then we're straight into our toppers. So our first one is Relax and Unwind. And as you can see, we have got those Forever Floral touches that are just synonymous with these collections. We've got the sort of, like you say, the rustic feel, the beautiful smooth Matastic, which is just perfect for this collection. The little butterflies there, and obviously our star of the show, that lavender. We've got it in a few different sort of themes here with the sort of jug and the watering can, the little lavender honey there at the bottle. And then your bunch of sort of picked dried lavender there for you. Relax and enjoy. Thank you so much, especially for you. So tons of sentiment, goes so well with those little amber butterflies there. So you're getting 2 of each of those, and then you are getting your cardstock. So this is your foiled cardstock. It's all foiled in gold. Again, as you know and love with our Forever Florals collection, and there's just that little bit of gold on that bucket. It's so, so beautiful. Really nice, fresh colour palette of whites, greens, obviously our lavender lilac there for you, but a really, really pretty colour palette. Lots of like damask detail in there, really pretty. The French script as well. It's stunning, and who doesn't love lavender? Like, the smell is amazing, isn't it?
It's just so beautifully put together, and in that already distressed feel with sort of like the ripped edges and the way that the borders have been designed, so you can fussy cut them and you can layer up your cardstock with some of the other elements. It's just
definitely
so dreamy to craft with.
Oh, it really, really is. Definitely. You are going to be taken away to those like summer nights in the conservatory. The bees are buzzing, the lavender's in bloom. This collection really is the perfect form of crafting escapism. This one's beautiful as well. Life's truest happiness is found in the friendships we make along the way. So perfect for all your recipients, mums, nanas, friends. Cheer up. We've got the get well soon there for you as well. Really, really beautiful. There's just that little pop of pink in those butterflies, and some of those frames for you. Beautiful border strip as well. So again, you're getting 2 of each, and then this one is gorgeous. Those foiled swirls at the top look so classy and so elegant. They're there at the bottom as well with that lavender in like a little teapot jug. That's very, very cute. 2 pieces of each, and then your foiled one as well. So as Natalie said, the fussy cutting opportunities here are endless. They're going to be really nice to distress. Really, really cute.
Backs.
Definitely. Maybe some scrapbook, maybe pop with some seeds as a gift. So many different things you can do with this. The next one is Made with Care. So it's got beautiful arch topper and that square one there as well. A little bit more like wildflower look to this one. Really, really, really sweet. And again, that sort of true lavender colour in this one. I feel like each sort of topper set has obviously the lavender and then a sort of another signature colour with it as well. So like the green and the pink. This one's a beautiful, rich kind of violet colour. I mean, look at that border. Absolutely stunning. You get that damask detail there as well. So many things you can do with this. Chop it up, make so many cards. We know you guys love to stretch your kit out, and this is one that allows you to do that. Again, this one's perfect for fussy cutting, isn't it?
That would make the most beautiful stepper card.
Absolutely, yeah. I had the absolutely same idea. Cut those out, pop them on a step. Beautiful. Plenty of room on the cardstock there to make your background for the stepper as well. Gorgeous little French script. I love that about our Forever Florals collection. It's so nice. lovely, again, if you do those more sort of rustic and vintage looking cards. This one's really pretty as well. This is your Be Beautiful, Be You. All those circular toppers, so they marry up so well. If you like to sort of jam pack your cards with a few toppers, they are going to go great because they're all the same shape. Enjoy your special day, be strong, be beautiful, be you. And then we've got the little information topper about the lavender as well. So it's known to bring grace, good luck, tranquility. Lavender's gift is peace of mind.
How cute is that?
It's very cute. And it really is, you know, associated with like a feeling of calm. You know, it's used to be like very restful and like even a sleep aid, isn't it?
It always smells so good when you walk past it.
Oh, definitely.
Look at this cardstock coming up, Becca.
Oh, I know. I know. Is it this one?
Yeah.
It's beautiful, isn't it? So again, you get that sort of lavender honey bottle there, or the lavender perfume with its cork stopper. It looks so three-dimensional.
I love this.
Beautiful sort of the fussy cut like love letters there, the lavender blooms and that sky blue colour. It's perfect. You are also going to get, if you buy this, 2 bonus topper sheets. So not only do you get that incredible value of 8 foiled and die cut toppers, 8 foiled and printed cardstocks, you get these. So these are great for tags.
Yep, adding on to elements, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely. It just keeps your kit going that little bit longer once you've used all your regular topper sheets. And again, if you want to make sort of matching gifts, boxes, presents, whatever you want to do, these are super, super handy. And as well, because they are a little bit bigger, we've managed to sort of jam pack a little bit more of that writing. So if you love that about our Forever Florals, that we do include these sort of little informative toppers, we have those for you as well. So $19.99. Okay, so before we run over to Nat and get our first demo, I can't wait to see a demo, honestly. I will show you the inserts and the papers that you're getting with this as well. So you get 48 sheets in total. 36 inserts and then 12 of your double-sided papers. So we've just given you one of each just to show you. So as you can see, they are double-sided. So if you want to do a little bit of a corner talk, maybe you do 2 or 3, a few panels, that's absolutely perfect. You get the all-over print of the lavender here with its sort of leaves, very, very pretty there for you. And again, that damask print on the other side. I just love this. This is a lilac one, again with a sort of more floral pattern there for you. And a more ditzy lilac lavender, absolutely all over edge to edge print on that one. And then we've got that sky blue, one of Natalie's favourite patterns in our collection. It's so soft and delicate.
So beautiful.
You know, it's so understated, but sometimes it's the simple things that are the best. And then the other side, we've got that neutral, sort of jute bag Hessian cream colour there, with the script, with those sort of twine printed bows and those lavenders and butterflies. So much detail on here. Love this really fresh green. I think it goes so, so well with the lavender. Again, it's sort of a damask pattern with a little bit of floral detail, almost sort of paisley-esque as well. It's gorgeous. And then your other side as well has these letters, the sort of, again, that weave jute texture there, and all those butterflies and lavender. So it's just fabulous. Again, if you don't want to use your cardstock, you want to use something a little bit lighter, popping it in the post, or maybe on those 3D makes where you don't want to use a bulky cardstock for all your mats and layers, these are perfect. And then finally, to finish your cards off, we've got the inserts. Hold them the right way, Rebecca. So they match your cards perfectly. Really, really nice finish there for you. Muted, but you can really see the imagery on there. It's not too muted. That's what's perfect about our inserts. So you can just see they're in the same patterns as the cardstocks from the collection. So you're going to be able to match these up really easily, really perfectly, and it's just going to be the most luxurious finishing touch for your cards. A hunky-dory card isn't complete without a little insert in, is it?
It's not. It is not at all.
So you are going to be needing to add these into your basket for $9.99 just to get that perfect finish. You know, that's part of a homemade card, isn't it? You enjoy every single piece of it, the inside, the outside, all the detail, all those you know, time that you've spent and effort that you've spent on your cards. You want it to be enjoyed by the recipient, and opening the inside is no different. You can use all your pens, all your inks, your stamps, pop them through your printer, or however you like to finish your insides. So they're beautiful. They're $9.99. Okay, so without further ado, let's get a demo from Natalie.
Okay, so I've already picked out my cardstock I'm going to use. I'm going to bring in some other bits and pieces as well. So I've got this cardstock. I'm going to use this topper, and we're going to make a center stepper. So I've trimmed this down already to 28.
Okay.
And I've just cut it down a little bit further as well. So it's about 8 inches in length, and that's just for me for maths, so it's easier. What we're going to do is I've measured this, and it's about 10 centimeters. So that leaves us with 5 centimeters on each side. I'm going to make that a little bit smaller because we're going to do our a little bit more of an edge around here. So what I want to do is I'm going to take my scores just up to around the 3 centimeter mark, because remember, you can always come back and add in. So we're going to do it at 3, 6, those traditional measurements we all know and love. So 3, 6, 10, all the way across at 14. There we go. Oops. All the way across at 14, and then 21. And then, because I don't like to remember more measurements, I'm just going to flip it over and do exactly the same again. So 3, 6, 10, and then just 21 on that side. And then we'll bring in our trimmer and use that fantastic aperture creator that we've got. So I'm going to line up my edge to the very edge of this trimmer, because that's at about 1.5 inches, and that's where I want this to be. So now we'll just take our trimmer edge and we'll run it from the bottom all the way up to our last measurement. And it's just, our scores are a little bit shorter, so we can go, when we fold them, it'll all come back together perfectly. So just on there, and then this one's ever so shorter, so I'm just going to neaten up those lines. And it just helps you having to rub out any of your workings, because we've already sort of got those lines in there now. So just lining that back up. And then before we fold this, I'm going to place in my topper. Now what I want to do here is I'm going to add my parchment behind it, so I want it to sort of stand up off here.
Beautiful.
And to make it stand out even more, I might also cut out a little aperture. So I'm going to pop this in place here, and then I'll take my pencil and I'll just mark in these lines. Now this is obviously going to cut out that space, but it's not a problem. So get yourself a really sharp craft knife then. And then follow those lines that you've created.
Oh, this is so exciting. Good morning to everybody joining us. Good morning to Heather, Jackie, Pat, Deb, Catherine, Caroline, Sandra, Karen, Willis. So good to have you all joining us. I'm not surprised though, because this collection is beautiful. You do not want to be missing out on this show. Stay tuned in. We've got loads more to come. And we're just in the middle of Nat's amazing first demo. I'm loving the look of this already.
So now I've kind of got where I want it to go. My line here is just a little bit over, so what I'm going to do is just go back in there and take a little bit more out from this side. Now we are going to lay over this panel, so if you want it to go even shorter, then you can do. It's all just about trial and error with this and making sure that you're happy with it. So now when we've got that ready to go, then I'm going to take my tape off the back of here. I'm going to add in a bit of parchment that we have coming up on the show as well. So it's just going to allow sort of the colours to pop. This tape does not want to come off here. Just poked myself in the finger.
Oh my gosh, with your knife?
Yeah.
Oh no.
We've had a live incident, people.
There's just nothing like the lives, honestly. And you've been so good getting your tape already.
I know.
And then now it just doesn't want to play for you.
No, it doesn't want to come off. This is why you don't prepare.
I know, absolutely. It just never decides how it's want to behave.
It doesn't want to do it.
Oh, good morning, Hannah. She's saying this Lavender Collection is simply stunning. It really, really, really is. Janie Dunk says, I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with lavender. I know the smell is strong, but if you don't like lavender in real life, like the smell,
yeah,
you can enjoy all the blooms, all the prettiness.
Okay, I've got this off now. There we go. We're going to pop this onto here, and I'm just going to do it right onto the edge so we don't have as much to cut out, and it looks really, really nice.
That's gorgeous.
And then we'll just trim around here with our scissors. And then I'm going to add this onto my card with some foam pads just to give it even more sort of like length off the main image, so you get more light sort of shining off behind that.
Yeah,
so just going to get
it's really, really gorgeous, that.
Then we can pop this off. We can add this in place as well. So just a few foam pads on that. Place this back in centrally, and then we'll add our long strips. Now when you add these on, pop it as closest to the outside as you possibly can, because remember, we've created an aperture, so you want to make sure that this is sort of as close to the edge.
Just going to hide those workings a little bit better.
Yeah, and it has somewhere to stick to as well. So just getting that to go all the way around, and we can stick this in place. And it's just going to add something a little bit different to your stepper as well. You want to be careful as to where you go up to with your foam pads, because remember, we have taken a bit of that top away.
Yeah.
So we are going to have a little piece here where you're not going to be able to see that. So now we've got this ready to go.
Yeah.
We can take off our foam pads from here.
And that looks like it should be sufficient coverage on that.
I think so. Pop this in place. And then we can fold our card up, and look at that.
Oh, I love it. I love that you've included both corners.
So now we can mount it and valley fold our steps. So easy. Is this a little bit longer? I feel like this is longer for some reason. Let's just check this. Am I going crazy?
All your scores in.
I think we've got one at 21 for sure, and then we've got one at 22. This is where the problem arises. We can save it. It just wasn't sitting right.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, what's gone on here?
Oh, that's better.
And there we go.
Perfect.
And you can see that light sort of shining through already. So the only thing we've got to do now is just add a few toppers.
Yep.
And a little bit of ribbon. So I'm going to go in with my lavender. I'm actually going to place it just slightly over here. So just use a little bit of foam directly onto here.
Is that one of the bonus sheet toppers
It
as
is,
well?
it is, and it gives you some nice information about lavenders. It says lavender flower symbolises purity, devotion, serenity, grace and calmness.
Oh, beautiful. I love that.
It's really nice, just little addition. So I'll pop another butterfly over here, and then I think I'm going to put enjoy the little things up here. And just to finish it off, I'm going to add a little bow on top.
Oh, that's beautiful.
We'll take some of my ever so handy glue dots.
Yes, they really are.
And we can fold that over. And then we can place that onto our bow.
I think they're just the best adhesive for bows and ribbons.
So good, aren't they?
Yeah.
And then there you go. We got that in the end. That is your first card with that beautiful parchment panel, which just the light is going to shine through that.
I love
and
that.
really make it stunning.
And whipped up in just over 5 minutes as well.
With injuries.
With an injury, and it was still wrapped up in about 7 minutes, which just means that we can squeeze even more in from our lovely Nat. Okay, let's show you what else we've got in the show, and then I'll run through some card mates as well. Okay, so we actually do have a little book for you with this. It's our A6 one, so 144 pages. 36 designs, 4 of each, some of which you will see in the cardstock, and then some we've just extended that imagery, made it suitable for a little book, and you know, just made it perfect. You can grab our mirror mats if you want to just make toppers with them. You can do some pyramage, some fussy cutting, because obviously the paper is so much lighter than the cardstock, so perfect for fussy cutting. And look at some of these images in here. I'm out of practice flicking through a little book, flipping heck. Lovely, really lovely water jugs, and all those sort of vintage blooms there for you. Gorgeous. I love that the leaves are such a distinct shape. They're very, very sort of, I don't know, like oval at the top. They're really gorgeous. We've got that one as well with the scalloped edge. And the water jug just in the middle. Again, you can just fussy cut that out, maybe use some of your nesting ties, and that's just a topper on its own. Layer it up, it's going to look beautiful. Yeah, because you get 4 of each of the designs in here. Again, I love these little planter tags like you get in Plants in Real Life. I love that. Really, really nice, fun touch as well. A couple of landscape images, so whatever size card blanks you like to use, or however you want your orientation to be, we've got portrait and landscape in that, and I love that we do that with our little books. This one as well is particularly beautiful. So you can either put a topper in there, maybe one of the images from the other pages, maybe some stamps that we've got coming up in the show.
Maybe.
Would look perfect in the middle of that. Oh,
apologies.
Natalie's dropping her scoreboard. Hang on.
Ruining the set.
She's just throwing it across the studio. Here we go. Back on live. Beautiful, beautiful little book there for you. I love this pink one as well. There's a few pink ones. So if you're a bit of a girly girl like me, you're in heaven. We've got that as well as that lavender purple. Gorgeous scalloped corners on here. Again, if you just want to fussy cut that and change the size around, really, really easy to do that. And again, with it being the matte-tastic finish, as I said before with that other page, stamp onto them, ink onto them, do a little bit of sponging, really get those sort of rustic feels, maybe a little bit of distressing, give a little tear or a rip. Beautiful. I love this one as well. This butterfly is stunning. Really, really, really nice. I love that it's that just delicately round that wreath there.
So pretty.
It really is.
I'd be fussy cutting that out.
I know, definitely. Yeah, few layers because you do get 4 of each. Again, that lavender honey, that perfume bottle there, the beautiful rustic, definitely reminds me of like a French chateau. I know lavender's very, very French as well. Again, that gorgeous frame, quite a few of these style of pages, so you can be using those absolutely perfectly. $9.99 as well, so such a bargain. I'd be getting 2 of these just so that you can have even more of those designs for you, really get them layered up. And then I think we're coming to our last one in a second. Here it is, that gorgeous sort of like white urn-shaped vase with the big handle, the butterflies, and this French text at the top as well. Beautiful backgrounds in there. You know, you layer them up, tile them, pop them over the parchment. Really, really, really pretty. And if you like to batch make your cards or just make really quick and easy ones, the little books are an absolute crafter's best friend for quick and easy cards, and cards that are just incredible value as well. We do have that in a bundle if you want this with our toppers, our inserts and our papers. That is our ultimate collection. Here's our beautiful pack shot with all that you're going to get. So that is $34.96, so that's going to save £5 for you. So you just cannot go wrong. Not only do you get all those toppers, you get in the bonus sheet, you get in the inserts, the papers and the little book there. So tons and tons of lavender loveliness to play with. So just head over to the website. It's on there, front page, star of the show, really, really easy to find, and it just means that everything's going to match perfectly. Okay, let's have a look at what else we've got to show for you. Oh, I know what I've got to show you. We're going to be bringing you that parchment that Natalie treated us to a sneak peek, but before we do, we have got some lavender mirror card.
This was our best seller on Hobby Maker.
It was, it sold out, and they couldn't get it anymore. We are hoping to bring it back to our friends at Hobby Maker, but yes, it was incredibly popular. It has been designed specifically to go with our lavender collection, so I don't think this has been available before. It's brand new, isn't it?
Yeah, it's brand new. The shade is specifically specifically to work with this collection, and it does so well as well.
It really, really does. We'll show you some card mates that use this lavender mirri. So if you want that, it's $9.99 for 20 300 GSM A4 sheets. It's the quality mirri, brand name mirri that we know and love here. We don't like to use anything else here at Hunky Dory because mirri is the best. Okay, so brilliant. Now I've shown you the mirri. Let's go through this parchment. Okay, so this is our Lavender Forever Florals printed parchment. 16 sheets here, 8 designs, 2 of each, so it's A4, and even though you're only getting 2, you are going to be chopping that into it, popping it behind frames like Natalie. It's still going to last you absolutely ages. And if you're matting and layering, definitely take out your centers and weed all that beautiful parchment. It is a little bit skinny, but you know, nice sharp knife or some scissors will be perfect. So you get this one as well. We've popped it just behind some cardstock just to really bring out the design, but then if you pop it just plain, you can see that beautiful subtle effect that parchment gives you.
Gorgeous.
It really is, isn't it? We absolutely love our parchment here at Hunky Dory, and this one is no different. We've got this gorgeous damask pattern there for you, which is echoed throughout the collection as well. Really, really nice, just giving that subtle hint of background, or if you like some things a little bit more soft, a little bit more delicate, this is perfect. Again, be distressing this, little rips, little tears, that scrapbook, shabby chic finish does go perfectly with this one. We've got loads of different colours as well. We've got this beautiful pink one. So you know which toppers you're going to be wanting to marry it up with. You know which little books it's going to go really, really well with. Really, really easy to identify what you're going to be best. Though it does all mix and match together. That's the beauty of this collection, is you can use anything and it will work. Again, we've got that other script pattern, but just in the more neutral tone there for you. And this one that Natalie treated us to in her first demo with that really cute white. This is very ditzy.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, really, really, really pretty. A bit Kath Kidston-esque, I would say. It's really, really sweet, very vintage. And then we've got this one as well. It's got a sky blue sort of undertone in the background. You can just see that perfectly there. And then it has got those love letters, those pieces of sort of Hessian with the text and the bunches of lavender there as well. Oh, there's one more. This one's pretty as well, like that green with those stalks, those leaves. Really, really, really pretty. And let me show you some card mates because it looks incredible. Okay, so we've got this one with, I said I would try and find one with the lavender mirri behind it. Doesn't it look awesome on all those mats and layers? Really, really pretty. Little bit of a sneak peek of some stamps there, the little book and the ribbon there as well. And then some that just use our classic gold one as well. Oh, we've got this beautiful twisted easel one here. Utilising, again, those little book pages. Standing up, where does it stand? Oh, it's on these butterflies. This one's really pretty. Who's made this one? This is Hannah's. So thank you, Hannah. Again, when you can't pick which image to use, you don't need to. Just make a twisted easel and use 2.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Get it all thrown on there.
It really does all work. We've got that one as well from Hannah with that beautiful little craft pot there as well with the planter tag sticking out. Love the toppers and everything that she has used on here. I love this one as well, bringing in some little fabric scraps from your maybe your sewing box. Yeah, this is one of Barbara's. Using some dies as well that we've got coming up in the show. Perhaps you like your shaker cards. This is perfect. Love the way the border at the top has been fussy cut as well, popped on some foam pads, and we've got a couple of our lilac gemstones there. You can be making really funky shapes. Again, this is another one of Barbara's in that pretty pink colour. It's so gorgeous. And again, whatever size cards you like to make. This is a gorgeous 8x8 one from Emma with all those circular and oval toppers. Bringing in all those mats and layers, it looks stunning on an 8x8 card. So many different things that you can be doing. Again, that lavender mirri there looks so perfect on those mats and layers. Perfect partner with the little book as well because that's not foiled at all. And oh, we've got another green one here as well. Oh, we've got so many from the team. Really, really, really pretty. Love that water jug's just been fussy cut out there and sneaked in front of the topper. And we've got another beautiful pink easel one there as well. Again, this one is using the little book pages and the toppers. Absolutely stunning. I love them all. So thank you everyone that has made those. We were just blown away. They're fantastic. Nat, are you ready for demo number 2?
I am. So we're going to use a mix of different things. We're going to use parchment. We might use a little bit of paper. I've got these 2 out ready. We've got Miri, we've got dies as well. We're going to give you a sneak peek of 2 of the different die sets.
Oh, lovely.
And I'm going to use this as sort of like my main centerpiece.
Yeah.
So let's start off with this first of all, and I'm going to fussy cut around here. So I've got a few layers already done. I want to, instead of having this as like a square panel on the front of my card, I want to be able to have this as like just a center sort of piece running down. So just fussy cut around all of these scallops, and they are really quite thick, and with that big white border you do have a lot of room to maneuver yourself around.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That sort of edge. So we'll pop all of those out, and then I'm going around the script that's sort of popping out of there as well. So once that's all lined up, that'll move away, and then we'll do the opposite side here. Now I've already done my scallops on this side, so I just need to go down to that section. So that's layer 1.
Okay.
And you need 3 sort of pages to be able to make this. You could use just 2 depending on how you do your 3rd layer, but that's my first layer. My 2nd layer, I've removed the paper, and then my 3rd layer, we have this wonderful jug. So to go around sort of like the background piece of this, I'm going to use this fantastic die, and it comes in 4 sections, but you can add it together to make a full circle. So we're going to pop that through. So let me just trim away this, because I have used some of that. We might bring that back out, and then I'm also going to cut out one of the beautiful borders as well. So pop that on our die cut machine, and I'm not going to use the metal plate because I don't think it's needed, although they are really detailed. They cut out really, really well through your hand cranking machines.
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah,
really, really good.
Yeah. I was so surprised how well it cut with like one pass of the MIDI.
It's crazy. So this one's cut perfectly. What I'm going to do with my border is just turn it and run it through the other way.
Yeah.
Sometimes, depending on how your mats lie, the pressure of your machine, you can always get some dies that we just need to maneuver around to be able to figure out the best sort of way to put it in, and I think lengthways is probably the best for your borders.
Yeah.
And it is, because that's cut out absolutely stunningly.
Oh, that's it.
See, if you'd have done that first time, it would have cut out. So now what I'm going to do is, before I sort of pop these out, and just sort of off camera here, I'm just going to get rid of all of my bits and pieces onto the floor. Sorry Emily, sorry Gemma. It's
we need to get the Hoover out after, but it's fine.
Bit of a crazy mess down here. So just going to pop that out and then release that, and it gives you this absolutely gorgeous edge. And then with this one, it will just pull away and leave all of those bits inside, and that is absolutely stunning as well.
That is cut out beautifully.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is, I want to kind of make this quite rustic and distressed. So I've got a bit of purple velvet. Now this is our really dark purple, and I'm just going to edge the bottom piece of this lace border just to make it that extra bit more inviting. And you can do this with your adorable scorable. You can do it with the whole of your kit, because you do have the ability to do that with it being fully matte-tastic.
Yes, definitely.
And then with my Miri, I'm actually going to get some sandpaper. I'm just going to sand off sort of areas of this to bring some of that sort of white silvery core. So just on the edges, because we are going to cover up the middle bit. And you can do that on your Matastic as well. And it will bring that white core and just add something a little bit more special. So I've got 4 of those ready to go now. Let's bring in the other 2. And then I might just
going to distress that up a little bit too.
Distress it a bit more on some of the edges. And it's only ever so slight, but it adds so much to the card.
Yeah, it does.
When you've sort of finished it.
And I think it's so nice that you've chosen to demonstrate that, because we're always saying with our Matastic, oh, you can distress it if you want to.
Yeah.
And sometimes we just don't always get time to demo it. So
but it's such an easy thing to do.
Yeah, it really, really
is. Just so much more texture as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, so next up, I'm going to take some more tape. Let's use my thicker tape this time.
Okay.
It's easier to pull away.
Everyone is loving this collection. Gemma Wilson says, stunning samples. Sue Lee's samples are fantastic.
They are gorgeous.
They really, really are. So much love for your first card as well, Nat. Myra Langdon says, it's a beautiful card. It's so good I can almost smell the lavender.
It's true, you can. It really that sort of feel to it. So I'm just going to take off these bits and then I'm placing it in like the larger circle section. There are, and Rebecca's going to show you, there are a number of different smaller circle dies that like this in beautiful lace detailing. So if you want to do this on your toppers, you can do, and it looks absolutely amazing. I'm just going to place it where I want it to be, and then when that's stuck down, I'm going to lie this on top of it, and that's going to give you a really stunning effect around here. And then we can go and we can layer up the rest of our piece. So I'm going to do this on foam pads now, and we can just add foam pads to the center, and then to these 2 top points where we have that detail, and this is going to lift it off the card quite a bit. So we'll pop that onto there. And then I'm going to pop this on, and I'm just going to shape around this area. I've got my foam pads ready to go on here, so we'll pop this onto the top, and I've got a tiny little foam pad on this section. So let's pop this on here, and I've missed out some of the lavender as well to give dimension of the flowers too. Yeah. I think it's a little bit wonky. Let's see if we can move it. We don't want our wonky jug. There we go.
Oh, that's perfect.
That's better. Then let's bring in our parchment and see what it's going to look like. So I'm going in with Miri, and we're going to do a 6x6.
Okay.
Let's just distress some of this as well. And you can do it like on the edge, and it'll give you a nice round circular look. You can do it off the side. You can get those sort of real nice scratches in. But it's just going to add a completely different look to your card. Instead of it being really perfect, it's going to give you that nice sort of distressed edge look. And then I'm going to go around the whole of my card just to give all of the edge a nice white touch as well.
Yeah.
Apologies to anyone's hearing who currently is screeching at the sound of this.
Yeah.
And then I'll bring in, I think we'll do parchment, and I'm going to do something that I do quite a bit here. I'm going to cut it down to size. I'm going to do it straight instead of sort of like rustic. So let's do it at 5 1/4. So we're going to have a little edge of that Miri showing. And then I'm going to scrunch this up, because the most beautiful thing about parchment is when you get those white crackly creases. And you can really do this with our parchment, and then stretch this out so you have.
You did have me going there, Nat. I was like, is she going to put that in the bin? I was like, oh my goodness.
On here.
And then you've opened it up and it looks perfect.
So we'll stretch this out. Our border's going to fit across the bottom section, and then we're going to add this on top into the middle. So we can lie this down and add tape to the middle section, because we know that that bit's going to be covered up by that detailing.
I imagine that, I haven't really done this technique, I'm definitely going to pinch it though. I can imagine that under all those sort of like creases and crackles, it's probably a little bit more forgiving anyway.
Yes, it will be. And then I'll add a bit more to the bottom section where we're going to add that border strip as well. So it's just nice to have like loose bits of the parchment instead of having it all stuck down. It's just nice to give it that texture. So we'll pop that back on here now, and you can do it a little bit off as well, because it's going to give you that rustic feel anyway.
Oh yeah, I love that.
With it sort of being in, and then if you want to crinkle up any corners or rip any bits away, then you can add that while you've got it on your cardstock. Pop this in place now, and I think I was going to do it on foam pads, but because of all the detailing, we're going to need to use some super skinny tape. Now I'm not sure what we've got in here, how skinny we've got. Do you know what I'll use though?
Oh, we've got this one.
Good idea. I've got that one.
Oh,
I think it's a little bit big.
Super skinny.
I'm going to use my foam pads on this section around here because it's quite thick, and it'll lift it off, which is going to help with all of those sort of indentations that we've now created with the parchment.
Yeah.
So pop that around. We'll just trim that away, and you can't see it as well, which is quite helpful. And then I'm just going to pop around 3/4 of the way up. And you might be thinking, well, you're going to see that, so why have you popped that there? I'm going to add some ribbon, so it's going to hide it anyway.
Oh, beautiful.
So pop that on there. We'll then remove all of those pieces. Pop this on here, and I'm going to do it from one edge. Let's do it from here. From one edge to the other edge, making sure it's as straight as we can get it, and then we'll trim away this bit here that we don't need. So just using our craft knife along the side, that will remove that really nicely, and then purple ribbon across here.
Oh, pretty.
So a little bit of tape just on those sections. Pull this away, and this is the beauty of cards like this, is that you can get so creative with all of the different layers.
Oh, definitely.
And adding in all of these gorgeous textures, and just create really beautiful finishes. You also get in this collection twine.
Yes,
so
it's
you
ribbon
get
and twine.
Both of those included, which is gorgeous because this collection just screams twine.
Yeah, it really does. We've got some like twine prints on some of our papers and our parchments, so
you've got that hessian running throughout as well. So it's a really nice mix. Let's pop this now onto our card blank and really enclose that ribbon and twine into the main finish. So onto a 6x6 now.
Oh, I love that.
That up. So it's really starting to come together now, and you're getting all of those different bits and pieces, and then this is going to be sort of like our main element on here. Yep. So again, foam pads galore, and I'm going to double up this time because it's really just going to make it
There's just so much dimension with this card, like, you know, all your layers, your dies, your ribbon, your parchment, it needs it, doesn't it?
It really does. It's stunning. Let's go in with another two, and I think the way I've added my layers as well is I'm not going to sort of have it going over this border, and that's what you want to avoid, because then you're going to get all different sort of heights in here. So that's just going to sit over the top of here, and it is slightly smaller than 6x6, so you're going to have that other dimension on there as well. Ooh. And I don't think I'm going to go in with the sentiment. I am going to add another little hessian big bow to this, but all of the sentiments in the kit you could add onto this card.
Oh, definitely. This is one that you could pop in your box, Nat, and add one when you need one.
Yep. It's just a really fun way of showing how all of the elements that you get can work so beautifully together.
Oh, definitely.
So just folding that over.
And not putting a sentiment on it. You could use that as a scrapbook or a journal page. Really, really, really pretty. Maybe the cover of like a notebook.
Yeah, that would look cute, but there you go.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much. I love all those layers, all that texture, so much drama.
So cute.
And so many different techniques from Natalie there. She has showed us absolutely everything, really showed it off to the max. Okay, so not that much else to show you. Again, I am going to show you that ribbon and twine that Natalie has used. So as she said, you get a real mixture of all of these now. I'm not going to be able to put them back in the bag, but never mind, they're worth it to show you guys. So these are your sort of satin ribbon. You get a really nice sort of like mid purple, a white, a lilac, and our gold there, going with the gold foil or the lavender mirror perfectly. And then you get your twines, and as well we have got the natural one, which Natalie did show us, this beautiful natural sort of like gardening twine there. And then we've got the lavender colours. So we've got this sort of bluey purple, we've got the really rich velvet sort of colour, as well if you're marrying it up with your ink pads. It's just stunning. Really, whatever you go with, it's just going to finish your cards off perfectly. You can use them all the way across. You can use them as little bows like what Natalie did. And look at all that ribbon. You're getting 24 meters in total, mixture of both satin ribbon and twine for the incredible price of $9.99. Oh yeah, and then I'm going to show you those dies as well that Natalie again treated us to a little sneak peek of. So here they are. We've got them in a bundle for you. So 3 altogether, $39.97. So saving £15.
£15
that is incredible.
Big saving, isn't it?
It is a big saving. It's like it's like a die free practically. Maybe like this smaller one. So we've got this one as well. This is the lovely lace doily. So we saw Natalie use that corner piece, but you can easily combine them to make a circle like what she did, or just use them on the corners. And then we've got these fabulous doilies as well. Perfect if you're doing afternoon tea for the Jubilee weekend.
Perfect for that.
Very, very afternoon tea-esque. And you just know that these are going to come in, not just for the Lavender collection, but anything a little bit vintage. Like I say, afternoon teas, parties, anything like that. We've got stunning examples on the front as well to show you even more ways that you can use this. We've got the lace borders that Natalie also showed us, gave us a real treat with that demo, packing in absolutely loads. So you're going to get those 4 lace borders of various different widths, and some are more sort of swirly, some are more like dotty. So a real mixture of those as well. I think I've got some boards to show you. Yes, I do. And then finally, this one, our roll a lavender. So if you loved our roller daisy, it's kind of a similar fashion in that you can make your own flowers. You get the butterfly ones as embellishments. So these are your leaves. This is going to be the one that rolls up into your lavender, and then obviously your butterflies just for an extra effect. Yes. So I'll show you those. So this is kind of how it works. I've got some card models to show you as well for this. So that's what it all looks like, all beautifully bunched up. Really so much dimension. I mean, look at that. That is just going to be amazing. Perfect again for sort of 3D decorations for like parties, or these would look great in like white for weddings perhaps. They'd look stunning. And again, we've got the lace borders there for you, and finally the lace doilies.
I love these. I love how they're all different patterns as well and designs.
Yeah.
It really makes it look so different.
Absolutely. And like I say, it just gives it that really extra little bit of versatility there for you.
And something you can use in all your other crafting as well. With
yeah.
Sort of
they're a tool for life.
They are.
And then let me show you some makes with those dies. Oh, flipping heck. Here we go. So again, you can add them to your card makes, and we've just got that little bunch of lavender there at the side, layered up. Absolutely beautiful. This one has got a bunch of 3 on.
Gorgeous.
So, isn't it? I think this has been made with some of the parchments as well. It's stunning. You just really don't need anything else. Again, that lace border there. Oh, I love this one. Did Kat do this?
She did. It's gorgeous, isn't it?
It's
absolutely stunning. Pop that in a little frame in your house. It would look gorgeous.
Yes, we had someone else saying that some of the little book pages and the cardstock's perfect for frames. You know, if you've got that sort of beautiful sort of shabby chic decor, it's going to look amazing.
Look at that. That's such a good idea.
Yeah, this is one of Barbara's. Love that she's placed just the toppers on top. It's so simple and so effective on that sort of triple fold back card there. And then we've got this one again, placing it on the triangle. This is again one of Barbara's. Oh, I love that she's brought the Trim Me insert pad in as well. Stunning, absolutely stunning cards, and it's really easy to make such amazing cards. Okay. Oh, I'm going to repeat the Win It Weekly as well because we've not given you a refresher on that. Okay, so the Dots to Diamond pad and the Diamond Sparkles, $25.98. 4 winners. Which animal is famously associated with the Queen? Is it A, swans, B, lions, or C, corgis? Do you know what else I need to show you? I need to show you our stamps, but I have buried them.
Have you lost them?
I have. Have we got them? No. Are they around?
I have a set that I can show.
Oh, would you?
Because I'm going to do the demo anyway.
Would you mind?
No,
that would be lovely.
Fine. So what we have for you is an Asic Stamp Set, and it's absolutely beautiful. And we'll show you on the overhead what you're going to get in here. So you've got sort of like 3 sprigs of your leaves.
Yeah.
You've got 1, 2, 3, 5 different sprigs of sort of like your lavender heads, which is perfect for creating your own sort of bunches. Then you get lavender as sort of like in this really fancy font. Let Your Heart Blossom. And then we've got a little saying which says, lavenders are commonly found in herb gardens for their fragrant leaves and attractive flowers. The flowers represent purity, devotion, grace and calmness. It's widely used for essential oils and therapeutic benefits. And then you get the large stalk as well, which is really fun and something to use if you just want to use some of your smaller elements to make bigger sections. And they're really fun to use. So I'm going to do quite a simple card now to show you how I've loved creating cards with this. So we're going to do a DL card, and I'm just masking off sort of like a rectangle in the center, and we're going to create like an ombre purple background for this. So going in really light first of all across the whole of our page. I've not even added ink onto here. I'm just using the remnants of what is already on.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I'll go in deeper with this.
And that's still from your leftovers?
Yeah, it's still from before.
And I think that goes to show how pigmented our Prism ink pads really are.
It's crazy, isn't it?
It really is.
And then we'll add some of this and we'll go super deep in these bottom sections. So building all of that colour to give you an absolutely stunning ombre background, which I just love creating.
We love an ombre. It just gives you so much drama, and it's so easy to do with our ink pads. You know, you just apply that pressure, a bit more on the darker areas, and you're good to go.
And then I'm going to use these sprigs, and we'll go in with the bigger one as well. So I'm going to sort of have them off the card. So I'm keeping my element in here because I want them to kind of, or do I want to have them over? Let's take it off. We'll do it going in and going over. What I'm going to do is just leave my bottom sections on because I need something to hold this down. So once you remove that, it brings back through that gorgeous white space, which is absolutely just makes that colour so much more vibrant.
Oh, definitely.
Stick that down so we've got some like where to manage this. And I'm just going in with black VersaFine to create that silhouette look. So just going on top of that colour. Oh no.
Oh, Debbie
if we could
Comerford says, what colour ink is Natalie using? She is using our Prism. On this one, obviously, she's using black VersaFine. But for the little masked off panel bit, she used Purple Velvet.
Purple Velvet.
Purple Velvet, yeah, and that is one of our Prism ink pads.
Just go back in with that colour. If you can't get it first time, I think what we could do is we could fill it in with a fine liner. But let's just try and get back in that centre. Let's try. There we go.
Oh, perfect.
See, just takes a little bit of time to get that on. And then with these smaller sprigs, we can add these sort of like just coming up. So I'm going to add that one, sort of going in that direction, and then our long sprig here.
I love that the silhouette stamps, so if you don't want to colour these and you're making quick and easy cards, it's done for you in that silhouette shadow look. It's perfect.
gorgeous, it really, really is.
Yeah, and it does save you from doing loads and loads of colouring. Oh, I love that.
And then I'm going to add in this large detail stamp just to bring in sort of my sprigs in here. So this is really fun because you can manipulate it as well to be a certain shape or design.
Oh yeah, if you want it really curvy, you can just sort of bend it round because they are photopolymer stamps.
So pop that one on there. This one I can just leave, but I'm going to do it at a different angle so it matches up with that one that we have. And then finally this one can just maybe just bend it around ever so slightly to give it a different look. And that can go on there. And then we'll just finish it off with a sentiment. So pull that back off.
I love, love, love that.
And I'm just going to use the lavender, I think.
Amazing.
Or actually, I do love this one. Let's use Let Your Heart Blossom.
Love the typography on that. I found the stamps and the board as well. It was on the floor.
Let Your Heart Blossom. So pop that on there and then we'll just layer this up. So I'm going to add this to a bit of our paper.
Yeah.
Let me find my craft knife.
Oh, Ella's also said, are there instructions for the roll of lavender dye? Yes.
There are instructions in it, but we're going to show you as well, just before we leave, how to make it up because it's so simple.
Yeah.
So pop this on here. And then I'm going to pop this onto my DL card blank. And we're just going to leave it there.
It doesn't need any more.
It really doesn't. It's absolutely gorgeous.
The simplicity of this stamp set is its beauty. It's just gorgeous.
So popping that onto here. I've just got a little bit of ink on this bottom section, but another really good tip, let me just take a bit of this off, is if you get ink on any of your white cardstock and you don't want it to be there, just rub ever so gently with your like a nail file or something.
Oh.
And it lifts off because obviously you're removing a layer of that cardstock. So super handy tip for anyone who is stamping and you often get bits and pieces on your card, is just to use your nail file to pull it off. But there you go.
Beautiful. Absolutely stunning card. I love it. Absolutely love it. The team have just popped in the comments that the purple velvet is out of stock, but we've got
already.
Yeah, we've got mauve and we've got lilac, and if you already have this in your kit, get that out as well. Absolutely stunning. Okay, so this is what the stamp set will look like. I've retrieved it from where I had buried it. So this is what it's going to look like. It's going to be all lovely in the packaging, nice and clean and perfect for you to get home, and you can just see that as well. We've got the board and a couple of cards for you as well. So using it as a background is really, really pretty. That is one of Kat's makes. Again, I'm going to say this is one of Kat's makes, the craft card.
Yes, it is. It's gorgeous, isn't it?
She does love
it
her
on
craft. Really, really beautiful. Again, making a little wreath there. Let your heart blossom. Similar sort of effect in the bunch of lavender with that purple velvet sponge in there. And then finally, with a little bit of embossing powder, just to really make it super, super glossy and pop against that mirror. We've got this one from Barbara as well. So absolutely perfect. Nat, are you going to show us a little something else before we finish?
Yeah, we're going to show you how to use that rolled lavender dye, because I know everyone will be thinking, how on earth does that make a lavender?
I know.
So I'm going to run it through the die cutting machine, and I'm using some of the paper from the kit as well. It's a gorgeous dye, and it is really quite simple to put together too. So you want to start off by cutting all of your pieces out. Now you get your obviously lavender section, and then you also get some leaves. I've not cut those leaves out just for now, we're just going to use this piece. And then you want an extra piece of cardstock. Now this is all photographed instructions inside for you as well. I'm just going to start by adding some glue onto here, and then I'm going to just let that dry a little bit. We're going to roll this panel onto the panel at the bottom, and then we're also going to stick that down. So using a little bit of our glue here, you can use construction glue, you can use red tape as well for this specific section, and then I'm just going to make sure that that is nice and stuck together. And then while I'm making the end of my lavender, I'm just going to use some construction glue, and I'm going to layer a really thin amount across this section here so it has time to dry.
Yeah.
Let's put a bit more in this middle section as well, because I don't think it's sticking.
I'm loving this because I didn't get to spend that much time with this, so I'm loving the demonstration, and it is so helpful to have as well. You can come and watch this back as well. It'll be on the hub, it'll be on YouTube, it'll be on Facebook.
So then you want to start to roll this paper. Now you want to try and get it as thin as possible, so just maneuver it around until it starts to roll into itself. And then once you've got that sort of starting point, you can pop it over itself and it'll just start to maneuver now. Now I've got glue on here, so it's being a little bit pesky, but we can just get to the point in a moment where it just rolls itself. There we go, we've got it now. Sort of just needs to get to the length where it catches, and then you can roll this, and you can roll it as thin or as lightly as you want to. Another really good medium for crafting these roller daisies is to use our duo colour paper pads.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, they're really nice.
And then when it's at the sort of thickness that you want it to be, you can just trim it away and then add some glue just to the ends to make sure that that sticks really nicely together. I'm just going to trim off that end as well so it's nice and neat. So then once you've got your sort of main centerpiece, then you can bring in your daisy, and starting from your lavender, starting from the smallest point, we're just going to wrap this around.
Oh, you can see how it's coming together already.
This point, and you want to get it at sort of like a really nice angle. I think some of my glue, because I didn't put that much on, is starting to dry out ever so slightly, but as you move it down, those petals will start to come away and come together.
Doesn't it look magical?
So beautifully. And then we do have some leaves for you as well, so you can add that in to this bottom section. And that is how easy it is to put or roll a lavender die together, and it looks so pretty when it's finished.
It's so cute and it's so nice. It's so 3D. It's beautiful.
And obviously the more gap you leave in your daisy, and you can why do I keep saying daisy?
Oh, we've had
in your
daisy,
lavender,
that's why.
If you pull it down, then your sprigs will be further apart as well. You can make them as long or as big as you want by adding more rolls to it too, but it's such a really cute element and looks so good just as on your card, tied with a little bit of twine,
when
you're using toppers or whether you're using any of your other elements. But that is how to roll a lavender.
Perfect. Thank you so much,
You're
Natalie.
welcome.
Everyone has been loving the demos. Very clever. Tracy Atwood, love your demos, Natalie. Claire, another gorgeous card. We have been absolutely treated today from Natalie's demos. They've been fantastic. Nothing cures the back to reality blues like a bit of crafting.
No, it does not.
It's been a real treat for me to host this show. We will be back tomorrow. We'll be announcing that Win It Weekly winner. So do not miss out tomorrow. 10 a.m, same time, same place. Let me have a look what we've got for you tomorrow. Crafty goodies for just £5. No, we're not kidding. Tune in, Anne-Marie and Kat, and you could be grabbing some £5 bargains. We can't wait. See you tomorrow, guys. Have a fabulous rest of your day.